Hey everybody, I'm Nugs, and today I have some gameplay from the recent map test for the next Shiv 2 update called Reclamation, where Agatha is attacking Tenosia to reclaim some place called Montcrux. Anyway, let's talk about what's coming. But first, if you get anything out of this video and want to see more stuff like this, subscribe to my channel and follow my Twitch if you want to hang out. First off, we have the Siege crossbow. I tried it, and I don't really like it, but I don't play archer, so I couldn't hit shit. I spent most of my time switching to my axe after missing everything. Also, at least on the test server, the arrow bolts would just spontaneously combust in midair, so that's not good. Hopefully that gets fixed before the update drops in August. I guess what separates this from the normal crossbow is a slight damage increase and the ability to hit people through things like barricades, catapults, and ballistas. Alright, enough archery talk. Nobody cares about that shit anyways. Change I'm most excited for is that Guardian Knight will now be able to use all shield types, and Man-at-Arms will be able to use the light shield. I tested out the Guardian with the medium shield, and let me tell you, Warhammer with a medium shield is so much better. The increased movement speed you get is really noticeable, and I feel like this might even take it to the meta load out in the future comp events. I did not test the other shield options, but I'm also excited to try Man-at-Arms with light shield. I feel like the rapier with that tiny shield on your arm is going to look pretty sick. The next change that I care about as a halberd user and occasionally a spear user is the stab change. The devs nerfed the stabs across the board by no longer allowing normal stabs to hit their teammates. I have some mixed feelings on this. On one hand, if you were purposely stabbing through teammates to be invisible and get a kill, then fuck you. You ruined it for the rest of us. I liked it because when you're in a 64-player match, you really don't have a way to get an attack in through the horde of level 10 newbies, and it was nice to still get a kill sometimes in those situations, but in comp matches, it was rage-inducing and impossible to play around. At least they kept it as an option for heavy attacks, so now you're at least more likely to knock your teammate down when you do it. But seriously, I am glad they chose the half measure over, removing it entirely. And a lot of people actually think it's a game mechanic at this point. So if they completely removed it, it would have done a lot of damage. Alright, last thing we're going to talk about here is the map. And what really can I say? It's short. The objectives are kind of bland, and I'm just not really a fan of the desert style maps. But I think this is something we need to talk about. Why is Torn Banner starting to release shorter, less interesting maps? I have a theory, and by that I mean I just thought this shit up. They released Thaic, a graphically intensive, long, pretty, and interesting map that added some lore to the game. That map definitely took them a long time to make, and it received a lot of mixed reviews. Like 90% of the player base couldn't even play that map and would crash on the start, had terrible frames, horrible balancing on some objectives. Some objectives like the first one were a sure defense win, and the last one was a sure attack win. There's no balance, you just lost. And yeah, that took 6 months after that to get the next update, which was Bridgetown, and that map was pretty much done in 8 minutes if your team is really stomping. No way it took 6 months to make a 10-minute map. They're not fooling anybody. I think they created both Bridgetown and Montcrux in that 6-month time frame, and they're trying to get ahead. And I don't really blame them for trying to get ahead, because the unfortunate reality is the only way this game keeps getting made at this point is to sell more battle passes, which is unfortunate. And in order to do that, they need to release more maps. And to be fair, not every map needs to be a banger. And I'm actually kind of happy that they released 2 updates this summer after that huge 6-month drought after Thaic. But if the maps are going to be shorter, they need to do other things to keep the players interested. New arena mode and last peasant standing ain't cutting it. Sorry. We need private servers. We need mod support. And I'll end it at that. And again, if you enjoyed this, please hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube, follow the Twitch and the Twitter, so you don't miss the next video where I will be posting the most recent Medieval Fighting League match. And peace out.